Talk about your newcomers a little bit.
You know, it's a very interesting dynamic when you come off a team, come back, bring a team back that was very successful the year before and have a lot of returners, and how the newcomers fit in. And certainly we needed more depth and we need more implosion into the, I think, on the scoring end. And I think with Chim and Jarrell, we've definitely added that. Some guys who are physically very good, mentally very tough, and can score the basketball. And that'll help us overall. And I think our freshmen are outstanding. I really like our freshmen, and freshmen develop at a different pace. And I think one thing that's great about this year is that we don't have to throw them into a role that they're uncomfortable with. Some of them will play, I'm sure, good minutes right away. Some will be slowly immersed, and regardless, we can do stuff in the weight room, we can do stuff in individuals, and get them at college ready and play them when needed.
Give me your thoughts on your returners coming back now that they have somewhat proven themselves on this team.
This is a great group coming back. It's a great group. It is a great group because they're great basketball players, no question, but they're also good. They're so good off the court. They're great students, and they're really good people, and they're good to be around, and that is not separate. I mean, that's something that we as a basketball program we hold as a very high. Them to be good students and be good people and good citizens on the St. Leo campus is the same thing that's driven them to be good basketball players, and that sense of chemistry and teamwork is very important.
Give me your thoughts on this team's expectations, your expectations of this team heading into this season.
When you're a good team and when you have good players, when you have to work very hard in scouting reports and in practice and then in the contest to beat somebody, or maybe you get beaten by them, something that they do exceptionally well, that great team, whether it's post play or ball screens, or they're great defensively, or they pressure you in a multiple and make you communicate multiple defensive team, that forces you work so hard on it, and you lock into it, you absorb some of that, and that's how you get better. But when you can kind of coast through and you can play a game and just win because you're bigger and faster and stronger, I don't think, other than a team resume for the year of just first glance wins, it doesn't help you. And it certainly doesn't help you get to the NCAA tournament when you're not playing Division II teams. So I love to play the tough schedule. Certainly other teams now are, if they haven't before, they're going to know who we are, and it's going to make us raise our level of game, because our non-conference opponents are going, yeah, they're ranked in the top 25, they're picked to win their league, they're going to be telling their players that stuff, they're going to be locked into our game, which is good for us because we're going to get the best game from everybody.
Give me your thoughts on the ability of the Lions to score points this year.
Yeah, I think it's we're definitely deeper, and we definitely have more offensive. By addition, certainly, by adding guys into the program, as we talked about. But I'm really proud of our returners and how hard they've worked. But it does still come down to execution, and it comes down to team chemistry and ball movement and taking care of the ball. And it's all those little details that ultimately win you or lose you games. I mean, very seldom are you actually beat by a three-quarter court shot. Yeah, that's the last shot of the game, but there's so many plays before that you could have impacted. So all those things we need to be great at, and that's the stuff we're locking into at this time of the year. And we won't be at this stage. We're not going to be a great team. We're not going to be March St. Leo Lions. We're going to be November St. Leo Lions. But as long as we're working hard every day in practice, we'll get better on both sides of the ball, and eventually we'll be the team that we want to be.
Your thoughts on that nationally ranked defense and how four spots from the top of the NAIT, how you can build on that?
You know, I think that we're way ahead of the game this year. That was evident to me in our scrimmage. It was evident in practice that we have made a jump defensively. Our guys understand our system. They bought into our system. They know it's helped us win basketball games, and they've become very good at it. And the other part of that is that we've added some physically bigger, stronger, quicker athletes out there, and that will help whatever you're doing as long as they're bought in and they understand. Our guys know that's where it starts with us. I mean, that's where our bread is buttered, and that's where you have a chance to win against better teams, and that's where you have a chance to win championships. Every day we have to get a little bit better in practice, and our guys really prescribe to that, and I think that our practices are competitive, and because they are, and because I think we're doing the right things in practice, we have a chance to improve our defense, no question.
If you had a chance to talk directly to your guys about your expectations of them, what would you say?
You know, I want them to be great teammates, and we do talk about that. I want them to be great teammates. I want them to care more about winning than any individual thing. But I want them individually to be responsible and accountable for all their actions on and off the court. And I think that's really important. I think you start with that honesty and that accountability. We are, as a coaching staff, I have a great coaching staff, and they do a great job of helping them become tougher throughout the season. And you know, I think if we continue to do that, you know, we have a chance to compete and realize some special dreams.
All right, let's get it, y'all. Champions today. Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Champions.